I'll show you something real quick. This is what I like to call a site that gets big. You're going to have no idea what I'm talking about. Watch this. So this was sent in by Jules. She was looking for an embroidering company to work with, and she found this website. It's sewingandembroiderywarehouse.com. But on one of their pages, watch this. Watch what happens when you scroll down. So it's like an about page, and it's got all this information about like art guidelines and what's needed to do embroidery. Watch this though. You got to see the video version. So the font just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and ridiculously bigger. And the more you scroll, the more the font gets bigger. It's a little segment I like to call This Website Gets Big. And it's getting bigger and bigger, and it scrolls for days. And the letters just keep getting larger and larger and larger until they eventually fill the entire screen with color of the letter. Uh-oh, it crashed. Look. This is a error. This is what I like to call, I created this phrase. It's called epic fail, bro. Epic fail, you bitch. You idiot. This site, they don't even know that their website gets bigger. So this is what we're going to do right now. They have no idea that on their about page, as you scroll, the font gets bigger and bigger and bigger. They look like complete idiots. What we're going to do is we're going to see if we could call this company and let them know that their site gets bigger. Okay? When I say bigger, I want everyone to say what? Bigger, right. Okay, Mary McCoy is going to take the stage. No, we're going to call this place up. This is Sewing and Embroidery Warehouse, and they have an epic fail on their website. It's pretty funny. You got to see it. And if you want to see it for yourself, go to sewingandembroiderywarehouse.com/EMBTRB, like REDBAR, .htm. I'm going to say that again. Sewingandembroiderywarehouse.com. Everyone follow along, okay? In fact, guys follow along, or, you know. Sewingandembroiderywarehouse.com/EMBTRB.htm. We're going to call this warehouse and ask them if they know how big they are, okay? This is a goof. This is just a goof.
Harvey Digital and SCW.
Yes, I was just on your website, and I wanted to let you know that your site is big. Miss?
Okay.
Did you know that your website is big?
It's big?
Yeah, there is a page on your website that's...
Oh, that's oversized.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, yes, we did know that, and someone was going to fix it, and they forgot about it, I think.
Well, here's my issue. I have a big order for 20,000 pieces for Budweiser that I wanted to put through with you guys.
Okay.
And there's no way I could do it now because you guys are such fools and idiots. I can't work with a site that gets big. You do understand that, right?
Yes, it's going to be fixed.
Well, if my clients somehow find out that I worked with a site that gets big, they're going to have my head. You understand that this would make me look like a fool to my client.
Who am I speaking to?
You're speaking with Mike Goldenstein. I'm a Jewish businessman out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm very busy. And this site, I had to read all that information on that page. It took me a week to decode because of how big the letters got. Do you understand how big the letters get? Towards
yes,
the bottom?
I understand what you're saying, sir.
We had to hire a projectionist and rent out an IMAX theater to figure this out. And my clients were like, what are we doing here? This is weeks. This is thousands of dollars down the drain on just trying to read the information on the website. And then we printed it out. You know how much that cost in ink? I spent $12,000 on HP cartridges last week, for God's sakes. Because your website gets big.
So how can we help you?
Well, I'm going to need to talk to your web developer.
Just a minute, please.
Inappropriate music, too. I do have to say, if I say so myself, this is pretty funny. This is a little bit I like to call, this site's big. Or a site that gets big. I forgot what I called it. Let's see if she actually, this poor woman, she's really trying to, like, work through it, and now she's getting a little agitated, but she's doing a good job. She's a nice lady. You could tell. She's good. She's probably been there for 20 years. Oh, yeah, and we have a page of our website that gets big. Let's see if they pick back up. This is a good opportunity for me to take a couple of drags from my vape pen sent to me from smoketech.com. That's SMOKTEK.com. Use offer code REDBAR, save 10%. I've been off cigarettes for a while.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Yes. Hopefully she filled you in on the problem that I'm having.
Well, a little bit.
So your site gets big, huh?
Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, you have a page on your website that actually has a lot of very important information that I needed for a client.
Okay.
And it turns out when you scroll down this page, the font size continues to increase almost to infinity.
Okay.
And it gets so large. I was telling her on the phone, Mayor, I was telling her that, you know, we printed this and we used up a whole lot of ink because of how big the fonts get, and now we're out $12,000.
Okay.
So we're going to need to recoup those funds ASAP.
Recoup the funds?
Yeah.
Because of our website?
For the ink, yeah, that was used from our laser printers.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, we're going to have a problem here. I had a big 20,000 piece order from Budweiser that we were going to do with you guys.
We don't deal with American customers, U.S.
You do now, buddy.
Well,
You're dealing with me now, I'll tell you that.
Have a nice day.
No. I'm
Bye-bye.
out of ink.